This is a prime example of knowing your audience. People kind of took this the wrong way, but I'm going to break it down. This is a prime example of knowing your audience. Recently, Joe Budden sat down and he talked to Rashad and Troy of Earn Your Leisure. And it's not your typical interview that they're used to. And I personally feel Joe Budden was given that humanization. You know, he was humanizing them, throwing them off. They square a little bit. And even Rashad, he even said, I feel ambushed. But I'm gonna break it down, and we're gonna see how it goes.
This is our dear friend.
Yes.
She's the homie.
Everybody's y'all dear friend because y'all don't create enemies.
This is why Joe Budden gets the deals. This is why Joe Budden gets the looks. He separates himself from the rest of all these other podcasters just by his cadence and his attitude and what he's saying. Just that little sentence alone threw Rashad and Troy all the way off their rocker. And his supporting cast jumped right into it. Let's keep it going.
I mean,
It's not a bad thing.
Well played.
Troy, you heard Troy. He said well played. He knew what was coming. Joe Budden about ready to get into it. Let's keep it going.
Well played.
What?
Or should we?
What, create enemies?
Yeah.
Little controversy.
Are you asking me?
Spice it up a little bit.
Are you asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking.
Yes.
Why? We've had this conversation.
Because the person that gets along with everyone gets along with no one. That's why.
Now Rashad and Troy, they know Joe Budden personally, so don't take this out of context when Joe is saying this. Joe Budden knows his audience. He knows who listens to him. He knows who tunes into him. And so the people that tunes into him, his audience know, okay, you got EYL on the show, but we don't want your normal type of interview. We want you to spice it up. We want you to bring that Joe Budden to it, knock them off their rocker, see how good they really are when stuff is unscripted and you are being just a plain you know what. And that's how he's doing it, and that's how it's going down.
Philosophy.
I know there's a flip side to the coin, but I stick by that.
The person that gets along with everyone gets
along with no one.
Can you explain that?
Now, Rashad knows exactly what Joe Budden is talking about. But this is what I'm saying about Joe Budden is the master of this podcast game. Whether you like him or not, you have to respect his technique. Now, Rashad know all these cameras are looking at him and he know he's on the spot. And right now, he's not really thinking straight because Joe Budden knocked him off his square. He knocked him off the usual way of them doing interviews. And he's like a deer in headlights. Well, what do you mean? He knows exactly what he means. But Joe Budden, he's going to break it down because he know he got him where he wants him. Now, this is all, like I said, they know each other personally, so don't get it out of context. But he's bringing some humanization to them. He humanizing them. Check it out.
Y'all are... I don't need to explain it to you, but I will.
I'm just asking you, can you explain it?
There is no one that gets along with everyone. So the person that appears to be getting along with everyone is fronting, and he's normally fronting for advertising purposes. You gentlemen know plenty about advertising. Y'all can't be yourselves, your true selves, and talk like you do when it's just the niggas in Vegas in a room, because y'all will lose a lot of money.
I don't think that's true. You watch Market Monday? You watch Market Mondays.
I watch Market Mondays, but
now Rashad is trying to regain momentum by asking you watch Market Mondays. And like I said, Joe Budden audience is different, including his co-hosts. And it's, respectfully said, no, I don't watch Market Mondays. And Market Mondays get a lot of views. So I know Rashad thinking in his head, we on the show, they checked out our stuff, blah, 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 blah. But on the contrary, they don't. And this is where the reality hit. And this is why Joe Budden is the master of this podcast game, whether you like him or not. Because like I said, he's the orchestrator and his co-host is the supporting cast. That's just how it is. Whether you like it or not, I'm breaking it down because a lot of people taking this out of context. Like I said before, Joe Budden and EYL, they know each other. So don't get it misconstrued. It's just Joe Budden knows his audience. Let's get back into it.
I
You don't
disagree.
watch Market Monday?
No,
Yeah, I
he
disagree.
don't watch your shit, nigga. Wait, hold up. No, slow down. Slow down. Slow down. No, he don't watch. Ish, tell him again.
But hold
Hold up. But it's just talking. Ish.
The whole tone of the response, like I feel ambushed. I thought he was coming here.
But don't assume we watch your shit.
And like I said, the supporting cast and Joe Budden with the slam dunk, like he said, don't assume we watch your, you know what it is. Like, share, subscribe. Like I said before, don't take it out of context. These guys, they know each other, and they were just, Joe Budden just put some little human life form into them. Because the public sometimes may seem that, oh, these guys are too perfect. They this, they that. But Joe Budden kind of helped them out. He brought them to be more human-like. You know what I'm saying? Not perfectly square, whatever the case may be. But he brought them and humanized them. Like, share, subscribe. We out.